It kind of looked weird and possessed, but at the same time we were in the middle of nowhere. Our cell phones were losing service. It was pretty scary, honestly. Good morning. It is day 2 in our camper van. I am wearing the same shirt. Shelly is wearing the same shorts because we still didn't get a cute pic with our van. So we're hoping to stop by Bundaberg for lunch, and then we can make our little ramen set up, stay at the beach, be like those people that are in their vans on the beach that we've already been seeing, and just chill there for a good amount of time, because it looks like Bundaberg is definitely one of the places you have to stop by on a Queensland road trip and have a good amount of time there. Probably not stay there because I want to keep us on track and not have to procrastinate all our driving to the end, and we'll probably drive up even more north so that we have a reasonable time to get all the way up to Cairns. Getting our first gas. E10. I wanted to stop at Hervey Bay, which is where you can watch whales, and go to Fraser Island, which is definitely on my list, but we don't have time this trip, unfortunately. We are stopped at Bundaberg Beach, which is one of the beaches you can go to in Bundaberg. It is time for lunch. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna hang out in Bundaberg for a little bit. It has a lot to offer. One of them is their sea turtle conservatory, but we couldn't get tickets to it because they're all sold out, which is a bad thing about traveling Australia during peak season, because it's really crowded. It's a lot more touristy than I thought it was. So you have to really plan if you're going to be coming during summertime, because everything is like sold out. Doing this trip, it's pretty fast paced, and I don't get to see, you know, like everything and do everything I want in Australia, but it's given me even more ideas of things to do and come back to when I do come back, if I hopefully come back, because I just want to see as much of it as possible now, because it's literally burning down and I am scared for this beautiful country. It's gonna be the first one to go with global warming, so, and that's not getting any better, unfortunately, because people with power. Yeah.
Can you just like, I don't know, should we put it over the sink? Like to spill.
Ramen for lunch. Before we got to the beach, we were like running out of gas, kind of close, but like not close enough, and we were in the middle of nowhere. It was pretty scary, honestly. Like, I was like, oh, it looks like we're gonna run out of gas, but the light isn't on yet, and then it went on, of course, right when I said it. And then, you know, at the same time we were in the middle of nowhere. Our cell phones were losing service. It was awesome. Not really, but it was fine. It was kind of stressful. We started arguing, but that's okay. Like, you just have to stop blaming people when stuff like that happens, because really the most important thing is getting out of that situation, because it's too late to change it once you're already having a problem like that. Eventually we got service, and then we saw that the nearest gas station was still far away. It was the one we were already going to. So I don't know, we just really like hoped and prayed that we would make it, because it just kept going lower and lower and lower, and honestly by the time we were there it was like hitting E. So I was like, but then we made it, so it's okay. We did it, which is kind of scary. Honestly, I heard, like you can see in like a past video, that it's mostly getting to Perth that gas stations are infrequent, and then cell phone service isn't a big thing. And when I came here, I feel like you do encounter more than you would think of, like lack of service, lack of gas stations. We're trying to look into just having a full tank of gas every day, like from the start of the day. And then what else are you looking at me? Okay. Cell phone service, like I asked Optus, like when I was at the airport, if this is gonna cover me in most of Australia, and then they were like, where are you going? And I was like, up and down the East Coast. And then they were like, yeah, that's fine, but it still cuts out a little bit. But Optus apparently is way better than Vodafone, which at the airport for me, it was more expensive to go with them. So thankfully Optus covered me and it was cheaper, but definitely go for Optus if you have the two options. We finally got to stop at Australian Red Cross, like a thrift store, like the Red Cross at home. These stores help funds towards Australian disaster relief, which right now, being in the middle of one of their worst bushfire seasons in decades. I feel like I definitely should contribute. We try to go in Sydney, but none of them were open when we were able to go, so we made a pit stop during our stay, short stay in Bundaberg, because we're gonna be here for a while, and then now after this we're just gonna drive straight to our campground. But hopefully we find something we like, and if not, we were gonna donate anyways to their website. Yes, so needed in the fashion industry. It is so wasteful. Basically, I was driving and I saw this thing that was like kind of like a giant hairball come back to life on the side of the road, and thank goodness I saw it while I was like kind of far back, because I was like slowly driving towards it after I saw it. And then once we were getting closer, it was like a giant bird. I'll show you. It's like one of these and it was like walking on one leg. It was limping. It kind of looked weird and possessed. We got really close to it. Like I couldn't brake like enough for me to not be close to it because I was on a highway. It made me really sad seeing all the cool wildlife in Australia just get hit because there's so many cars. But like, it's fine. At least that's almost natural compared to the bushfires happening. It's so unfair that Australia has all these pretty views. I told you there was a line. All these people passing us again. If you're used to driving on the right like us, in Australia, the left lane is a slow lane and you pass cars on the right. We just stayed on the left because 1, we were uncomfortable driving on this side of the road, and 2, when I tried to venture out on the right on day 1, which is the last video I posted, I almost hit a car and I never gained my confidence back. That video was more focused on the cost of the van. Shirt girl prom. Yes, hops. If you notice, I'm wearing different shorts than before. It's because I actually started my period in those white shorts I had and had to jump in the back of the car while Shelly was driving and change my pants and get a pad while there were other cars around that got into the van. So after we dealt with like all our maintenance things, like we learned how to put water in the sink and put electricity in the car, we closed it. We're having problems with our waste, but we'll talk about that later. So we're trying to kill them. Shelly is really scared. I used to be really scared of bugs just like Shelly, but I've been changing my mindset about them because they're such a big part about traveling, because they're everywhere and different countries in different areas have different kinds. So I just gotta be ready for whatever. But Shelly's uncomfortable and they're honestly kind of annoying in here, so it's their fault for getting into our stuff. And yeah, we have a system, so basically I'm crushing them with this. Oh, I missed it. Did it go? Oh, it's over there. But like slowly until like they can fly around and then get settled and then get at them. And then Shelly's gonna clean up the mess. We should definitely fly tonight. Okay.
Got this.
Ew, what is that?
It hasn't moved, so I think you got it.
Bro, I don't think it's the same thing.
Okay, it's okay. Just kill it, please. Because it hasn't moved at all.
Okay, it's dead. It's squished. It's squished.
Okay, cool.
But wait till they...
Oh!
It's okay. They're important. But we are endangering them. Okay, ready?
Mm.
Okay. If you rent with Brits, their camper vans come with a bunch of stuff that we didn't see yesterday, and it kind of bought stuff for. It's like a sponge, and it comes with a sponge, dish, soap. So we didn't need the wet wipes, but it's fine. We can still use them for other things, cleaning the rest of the car. There's like little baskets for you to clean fruit, which is so cute. And a trash bag, nice. And this kettle, but we knew they had the kettle, we just didn't see the things behind it. We just had our dinner, another ramen. This time we had cup noodles because we could use our microwave since we're at a campground that has electricity. This one we're supposed to pay a little bit, so we might cough up some money, but we just wanted to see what a dumping ground looked like. But unfortunately our dumping didn't work. I don't know, I think there's a problem with it. It might be stuck. We'll deal with it in the morning. I saw another bug, but
where?
Right there.
Where?
Right there.
Right there?
Yeah. I thought we killed them all, but we keep seeing like random ones, so hopefully we'll find them. Quick haul of the things I bought from Australian Red Cross. This is a romper. It's a coat shoulder with long sleeves. It's so cute. It's like a size 6, and this is actually a size 10, which I don't know what sizing system they have. They might have their own, or it's like European or something, but I rarely buy clothes from Europe because I can't afford it. It's also not the same size, so not sure how that is measured, but thank goodness they both fit me because I really like these the most. And this shirt, it kind of doesn't look like it from here, but it goes in, so it's a little more fitted. And it reminded me of what surfers wear. And this one is brand new. And this one is also brand new, which is so good for a thrift store. They both have the tags still. So cool. Looking at the tags from the original clothing, they're both Australian brands too. Yay, supporting this new country's economy. Shelly got this tank. It ended up being only $2 American, but supports the Australian Red Cross during this disaster. I also got these 2 fabrics because I wanted to start collecting fabrics from places I've been to make passport covers and other travel accessories.